Yo, what's up, MG fam? Welcome back to the Allentown Miners franchise here in the AFL Resurgence League. Alright, so we lost in the second round last week versus the Sacramento Knights, but let's check out what happened in the rest of the games. So you had the Dolphins facing the Lizards, and the Dolphins pulled the upset 21-9, and Kokomo will not go to their second ever conference championship game. The quarterback play from Stan Turner was on game management level, but Oliver Leon threw 2 picks. He was trying to get something going for his team, and Gilbert Vance couldn't do much on the ground. He fumbled the ball once, and you know Charlie Mitchell going to go crazy. Almost had 150 on those guys. And next up, you had the Demons facing the Hornets. The Hornets took care of these guys by 4 points. What a great game from both teams. The quarterback play wasn't that great. Brad Brown had 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and Kerry Collins had 1 touchdown, no picks. But the game was won in the trenches, and you can see Hank Holcomb almost having 100 yards, put his team over the edge. Last but not least, you had the Vancouver Leopards facing the Hampton Generals, and they won this game 27-9. And the quarterback Jerome Carson went crazy, 258 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Lamar Burke didn't have a great game for the Generals, no touchdowns and a lot of incomplete passes. And the running game for the Leopards surprisingly wasn't that good. David Jennings was held to 66 yards. So now we're on to the conference championship game. So just like last season, the Savannah Hornets and the Sacramento Knights meet again in the conference championship round. And last year, the Knights beat the Hornets and went on to their first ever AFL title game. And this year, you might see something different because both squads are primed for a big game. And next up, you got the defending champs, the Leopards facing the Dolphins. The Leopards faced the Lizards last year, but the Dolphins might give them a good fight. So I'm gonna give you guys a doubleheader in this one, both conference championship games. And first up, we got the Sacramento Knights hosting the Savannah Hornets. Both teams are 16-1, and this game could determine who will win this year's AFL title game. So out on their first drive, you got the Hornets, and he's going to drop back and attempt a pass on the first play, which was picked off by the linebacker. So that's not a good start for the Hornets. So you got Rohan Davey out here who went to work on us last week. He's going to hand this thing off to Alex Carter, who gets his team a first down on their first play. So first and goal, he's going to hand it off to Carter once again, and he got his team almost 5 yards. So second and goal, another handoff. No, it's a fake. Could have been picked off. So it's going to be third and goal. He's going to hand that one off to Carter, and nothing happened for him. So fourth down, they're going to settle for this 20-yard field goal, and it's good. I know they wanted a touchdown instead, but they'll take 3. So first and 10, you got Holcomb in the backfield. Got stood up there. So let's see if the Hornets can respond from throwing that pick on their first drive. And Collins ended up getting sacked by Graham, who got his 6th sack of his career. So third and 13, Collins going to sling that one, and almost another pick. What's going on with Kerry Collins? So Rohan Davies back out here, ready to lead the charge with his squad, and he is dropping back, slings that one and got it to his tight end Beckett. So first and 10, Davey drops back once again, slings that one, and he got his receiver that time. Almost got the first down, but that will wrap up the first quarter, and the score is still 0-3. So they're going to hand this thing off to Carter, who breaks a big one, and he gets his team closer to the 20-yard mark. So first and 10, Carter breaking tackles, and he got his team inside the red zone. It's second and 5. He's going to drop back Davey with some time. He slings that one, and Anderson pulls down the touchdown in front of the DB. How did he do it? I'm not sure. But the Hornets are back out here trying to answer. They're down by double digits, and he's going to sling that one, and the big boy caught it. Nice pass by Kerry Collins, and he finally getting something going, and the very next play he gets hit. But it wasn't a fumble. It was an incomplete pass. So Kerry Collins is again going to sling this one. He got it to his receiver, and nothing is going to happen there. They're going to end up attempting a field goal, which is not going to be good because the distance was a little too far for the kicker. So they're going to have to give the ball back to the Knights, and the Hornets are still scoreless. in the first half, and the running game is still going to try to be utilized here, and it's not working because the Hornets are keying on it. So 3rd and 6. Let's see what Rohan David can do. He's going to sling that one and almost threw a pick. So they ended up getting that quick 3 and out, and it's going to be the Hornets' turn to try to get a score. And Hank Holcomb try to get something there on that 2nd down. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for him, and he got the 1st down. They need to put the ball in the air to make a splash, and they're going to hand this one off to Holcomb once again, who found some room, and Holcomb is finally getting positives for his team. They're going to hand it off to the backup this time, and he gets a 1st down for the squad, and it's going to be 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off once again. Note the play action fake, and he slanged it, and the tight end caught another big one. That's the only guy that's been able to produce through the air for him. And Holcomb broke a tackle, and he is moving the chains, baby. So 3rd and 2. Let's see what Kerry Collins can do. He slings that one, and his receiver caught it. So Kerry Collins is going to try to attempt another pass, and he got it. Once again, he's hitting his targets finally. So 2nd and 5. Kerry Collins is going to sling that one and almost threw a pick in the end zone. So 3rd and 5 for the squad. Out of the gun, Kerry Collins has enough time. He's going to sling that one, and where was he going, man? OG is out there tripping. So a 29-yard field goal will be attempted, and that one is going to be good. And finally, the Hornets get on the board. So with less than a minute left, Rohan Davis trying to score something. He slings that one and got it to Anderson, who broke a tackle, and he goes out of bounds. So 1st and 10, Rohan Davey. You know he's looking. He pumps one time. He slings one deep. Alex Carter will pull it down, and his team is inside the 10-yard line. So Rohan Davey is not completing his passes at a high percentage, but he's hitting his receivers when it matters the most. And a big touchdown reception by number 84. He held on to it after being hit, and the Knights will go up 17-3 here at halftime. Yo, the Knights are looking like they're heading to their 2nd ever AFL championship game. And on their first play in the 2nd half, Alex Carter got busy. So 2nd and inches, Carter stiff arms one and gets the 1st down. Carter is a strong runner, and they're going to continue to hand it off to him. It's hard to take him down on the first contact. So it's going to be 3rd down. These guys are 2 for 7 on the day, and a nice play action pass. And Rohan Davey got him a 1st down. So he's going to be looking for the end zone here, and he slings that one in about 2 yards away from a touchdown. They're going to hand it off to the backup, who falls into the end zone, and another score for the Knights, man. The Knights are up 24-3. Kerry Collins is continuing to hand it off to the running back. What's up with the play calling for the Hornets? Y'all got to put it in the air, and they put it in the air, and it's going to be an interception by the Knights. Don't challenge that secondary because they're serious, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. In the 4th quarter, the Knights are continuing to run the ball with ease, and it's going to be 2nd and inches. Rohan Davies stayed here in the red zone, or what you want to call Hornets territory, all game long. And here on 3rd and inches, he slings that one over the receiver, Anderson. So they're going to settle for the 41-yarder, and their kicker has been killing it all day, and they will get another score. So 27-3. Will they hold the Hornets, who only lost 1 game all season, to no touchdowns? Look like Hank Holcomb is going to try to score something, and Kerry Collins will need to bring out his 4th quarter comeback magic. But another 1st down there, and they need to start putting the ball out there deep, and Collins slaying another one. They caught it, but the Knights are keeping these guys in front of them, and Collins going to sling one deep here, and he got a receiver, and it's going to be their biggest gainer of the game. And then you got Collins once again slinging that one to a receiver, and they finally are getting the ball in the right places. So Kerry Collins has 2 interceptions today, but he has over 200 yards. And we're going to see if they're going to score here. And the backup running back ended up getting the touchdown, but it's going to be a holding call on the rookie tight end, and that is going to make these guys bring it back. And the big guy running hard, I thought he was going to run his way into the end zone. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. They're going to hand that one off to Hank, and Hank gets the touchdown, and finally the Hornets score their first touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and they're going to try to go for 2 here, but no sir, that defensive line is not letting Kerry Collins go. So this game has been crazy for the Knights. The Knights haven't even held the ball as long as the Hornets, but the Hornets just been turning it over too many times. And the Knights are capitalizing just like they did against us. And here on third down, the Hornets were able to stop Alex Carter, but the kicker is back out here, and he's going to kick a 51-yarder, which is good. This team's kicker is a beast. So 37-9, Kerry Collins is out here trying something, can't get it to his receivers. Those DBs are killing him. So 3rd and 10. Collins, what can you do for your squad? He threw that one, and the tip drill fell in the hands of the Knights, and the Knights are going to have another chance at scoring. And Alex Carter is running hard still, man. It don't matter how many times you give him the ball, he's still going to truck. But this time he fumbled, but luckily his squad got on. So they're going to settle for another field goal. The kicker has been busy all game, and the squad gets another field goal. So the Knights are back out here trying to score again. But Carter ended up fumbling, and the Hornets scoop it up, and it will be a score, a quick scoop and score for the Hornets, but the holding call will pull it back. So Kerry Collins is out here just trying to score, man. He's trying to get some points. He slings that one, and a nice grab across the middle, but a huge hit from Tripp. So 3rd and 10. They're going to sling this one, and another big catch. It was pretty risky, but hey, Murphy pulled it down. He now has 51 yards, and the very next play goes for a touchdown, which will not matter at this point because the Knights won this one early on. 40-16, Rohan Davey went crazy, and you can see the Hornets are disappointed that they dropped another conference championship game. Is it over for Kerry Collins, man? Should they move on? We're not sure, but we're going to move on to the next game. The Vancouver Leopards versus the Montreal Dolphins. So first up, you got the defending champs out here trying to get something going on their first drive. And Carson ended up getting sacked, yo. The Dolphins have been the biggest surprise of the year. With that great rookie running back Charlie Mitchell, things have changed for the squad. And you can see the Leopards are having a hard time against this defense, but they ended up catching a break there with that big grab. So 1st and 10, David Jennings, the league caught up with him, bro, because last year he went crazy, but this year, these defenses are keying on him. So 3rd and 13, Jerome Carson's going to sling that one to David Jennings, and no, sir, nothing is happening there. So they held these guys to a 3-point drive, and that's a win for the Dolphins. So the Dolphins are out here with a backup QB. I thought Turner was their starter, but he's not, and they made it this far with a backup because they got a beast at running back. And Turner is going to drop back, slings that one across the middle. He throws pretty well for a backup QB, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. And the Dolphins sling another one, and a great pass, but double coverage is never good. So 3rd and 8, he's going to sling that one, and way out of the reach of the receiver. So the Leopards got the ball here once again, and yo, that boy Jerome Carson put it up there. They going to get it. So 3rd and 2 on that same drive. David Jennings caught him slipping and got his team across the 40. So 2nd and 2. They're going to hand this one off to David Jennings, and he's going to break another one, and he got his team across the other 40. So 3rd and 7, handing that thing off to David Jennings. I said they keyed on this kid and figured him out, but it seems like he's finally getting it going. So David Jennings got his team in the red zone, and here on 2nd and 5, Jerome Carson slings one, but it's going to be picked by the Dolphins, a huge pick from the squad, and they got a chance at a pick 6, and I don't think anybody's going to catch the guy at the 5, and it's going to be a touchdown. That was a huge turning point for the Dolphins. Lehan ended up putting his team up 7-3 at the end of the first quarter. So the Leopards got to get something going here, and it's going to be a near sack. And 3rd and 7, Jerome Carson is feeling the pressure, and he gets swarmed this time. Frazier was able to get him, and that's his second sack of the game. So the Dolphins back out here. Let's see if they can score again. Got his receiver, man. A nice pass at time. He ain't going to toss it off to my boy Charlie Mitchell. And Charlie Mitchell got the first down. So empty backfield set. A lot of great protection for the QB here. He slings one and the receiver pulled it down. A huge one. So 1st and 10. Charlie Mitchell with the counter. He's looking. He's breaking a few. He got his team about 5 there. 6 yards to go here. And Charlie Mitchell couldn't get much. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. They're going to hand this one off to Mitchell and no first down. But they're going to be able to settle for this 33-yarder, which is a good one for the Dolphins. And they're up against the defending champs, 10-3. They got control of this first half, man. If the Dolphins make it to their first AFL championship game, that'll be huge for this league. So on the kickoff return, number 84 is going crazy, and I don't think anybody's going to catch him. And the Leopards are back in it, man. That quick. The talent of this team is something serious. You better keep your eyes on every player, or else they're going to make a play just like that. And Charlie Mitchell couldn't find any room on that play, so it's going to be 2nd and 11. They're going to hand it off to Charlie once again, and Charlie can't get anything. So 3rd and 6. They're going to fake the handoff, and he slings that one, and great coverage. 4th down. So Jerome Carson back out here. They can take the lead on this drive if they want to, and he's going to sling it out to number 84, who took the kickoff return back, and he got a big catch there. So they're going to hand this one off to David Jennings. He's still on his feet, and he gets taken down at the 2-yard line. Almost made it to the end zone on that play, but Rashawn Carroll appears to injure his elbow on that play, so that's one guy less in the secondary. Hopefully he's able to come back. So 1st and goal is going to be a false start for their squad, and there's going to be a penalty on them. So 1st and goal once again. David Jennings just took it and said, I don't care if you gave us a penalty or not, I'm scoring, baby. And he has came alive here in the 2nd quarter. And these guys take the lead 17-10. So Charlie Mitchell got to create something for his squad. And he got him some positives there, and they're going to fake the handoff, but it's going to be a sack. Yo, he almost took the QB arm off on that one. So 3rd and 6. They're going to try to do something there, and he's getting killed from behind. So that defense of the Leopards, they found their groove, and they're moving. And Jerome Carson tried something there on that one play, but nothing worked. So he's going to go back with something else. He's going to take a deep shot. It's going to be a touchdown. Jerome Carson is taking those shots, bro. And he saw that linebacker on his wide receiver, and he just chunked that thing. And the wide receiver was out in front of him, and he got the touchdown. So that fast, these guys are up by 2 scores, and they're going to try their best, the Dolphins, to get back into this one. But they finally got a big grab from the receiver, and I think he's going to score one. They needed a big play, and they got it, baby. And the Dolphins are back in this one. Turner with a nice pass to his receiver, and they score, and the ball game is within 7. Let's go. So 24-17, they're going to hand this thing off to David Jennings. Why did you give him that big of a hole to run through? This dude is going crazy. In the first half, he has over 100 yards on 20 carries. They've been feeding him all day long. And Carson slings that one to Jennings, and Jennings finding himself everywhere. So 35 seconds left, bro. He's going to sling that one, and another grab from the receiver. A huge one. They're going to call timeout. They got 30 seconds left, but Jerome Carson injured his chest. Hopefully he can come back. Seems like the same injury that our guy Hayden had last week. So the backup is in there now, and he can throw it pretty well as well. And Jerome Carson will be back with those bruised ribs. But it's time to look at this backup QB they got. He's going to sling it deep. 3-man coverage. He's wilding. Real serious. So they're going to settle for the 44-yard field goal, which will be good for the squad, and they're up by 10. And with 9 seconds left, Stan Turner and the Dolphins going to try something, and they're going to throw an interception. They should have just ran the ball, because number 39 almost ended up taking it to the end zone on them, and they lost their receiver, Chris Pryor, to an elbow injury. But hopefully he's able to come back. And at halftime, The score is 27-17, a high scoring first half. So we're back here at the top of the third quarter. The Dolphins with the ball. They got to get a score on this drive if they want to stay in it, man. Pretty good run. 9 yards for his team. On third down, he still needs one, and he got it, man. Those holes are closing up very fast on this guy, and right there you can see those linebackers are shooting those gaps and laying this running back out. So 3rd and 7. Turner, he has to do something for his squad. He slings that one and almost a pick, bro. Almost another one. So Jerome Carson is back out here, and you know this guy loves chunking it deep, and he got a receiver, and that's going to be a big one for the squad, and they're threatening to score once again. And Carson took a huge hit that time, but his tight end caught it, and you can see Jerome Carson chest is hurting again. These guys are trying to take the QB out, and he felt the pressure that time, but the ball didn't make it to the receiver. So they're going to kick another field goal. So this field goal right here will give them a 30-17 lead. And let's see what Stan Turner and Charlie Mitchell does. Charlie Mitchell breaking tackles, and that's a big run for the team. So they're going to continue to keep it on the ground with Charlie Mitchell, who's finding some room to run the ball. So 2nd and 4. Stan Turner's gonna sling this thing. He got a guy that's a tight end who couldn't get away from the linebacker, but it was a huge grab. And Charlie Mitchell would take it here off the counter, but he got lit up, and it's a fumble, and the Leopards are on top of that one. All right, so the backup is still in here. He's going to hand this one off to David Jennings, who almost got the first down. So you have Jerome Carson entering back into the game, and he's slinging it on his first play back, and it's going to be a big one again, this time to the tight end, and he scored. Jerome Carson doesn't care. He comes in the game, he's taking shots. He just said, let me show you the flick of the wrist, and the big tight end broke a tackle and went to the crib on these guys. So the Dolphins are looking like they're in trouble or out of this game, one or the two. And they're going to throw another one. That should be the ball game, bro. There's no way they can come back after that one. A big pick from Randy Snyder. That's his 2nd pick of the game, but that one was a pick 6. So 44-17. Stan Turner got hit, and it's going to be a fumble, and they recovered it, bro. And Jerome Carson is not taking his foot off the gas, and he's going to sling another one, and it's going to be a touchdown. Jerome Carson is looking like the real deal. Holy field out here, man. 51-17, and we have one more quarter. These guys might get 70 put on them, and Stan Turner still throwing picks that time to the linebacker. 5 turnovers for the Dolphins, 3 picks, 2 fumbles, and then Jerome Carson gave it to David Jennings. 2nd and 1, almost a first down on that play, and Jerome gonna sling that one, and another big grab. So Dodson caught his 3rd one there, and they're gonna give it to David Jennings, who scores another touchdown. These guys are disrespectful, bro. They just running the score up. The first half was very close, but the second half is nowhere near. And Stan Turner, another pick, 6 turnovers in the game, 4 interceptions, and they're gonna give this one to David Jennings, who got 9 again, but it's gonna be 3rd down here. And look at Jerome Carson, slings another one, 1st down. How many minutes left? 3 minutes left, and they're still threatening to score. And David Jennings with another 1st down inside the 5. So Jerome Carson drops back. He's going to try to pass a touchdown, and he got another one, bro. Jerome Carson looks like he want to win another AFL title, and the Leopards walk out of here with a 65-17 victory. Yo, what a great showing from the defending champs, and I'm almost for certain these guys are going to win another one. Somebody got to take these dudes out. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, baby. And it's your boy McGruff, and I'm out of here. 1.